Hi, YouTube. I've had a number of people asking me what I'm doing to lose the weight, so I'm going to talk about that. They want to know how to do the Atkins diet. First rule, you're allowed to eat liberal portions of fat and protein, such as meat, eggs, fish, real mayo, not the light stuff, not the Miracle Whip kind of stuff, any of that. It's too high in sugar. You're allowed real butter, not margarine, not I can't believe it's not butter, actual butter. And you're allowed vegetable oil, all different kinds of vegetable oils. You don't really want to go more than 6 hours without eating something, even if it's only 4 or 5 almonds or a cheese string. Just something to get it in your tummy. Once your body gets used to being fed every 6 hours or so, then you'll start letting the fat go. It doesn't have to put it into storage anymore when it knows, hey, there's more food coming in a little bit. If I can just hold out, we'll let some of the storage fat go. You keep your carbs under 20 grams a day. 12 to 15 of those grams are supposed to come from non-starchy vegetables and salad stuff. You're not allowed any fruit, pasta, grains, starchy veggies, or any dairy except cheese, cream, butter, or the cream you put in your coffee in the morning. You don't want to eat anything not on the acceptable foods list. Now, I can't list off every possible food that's on that list. You'll have to Google that for yourself because it's just a crazy long list. You want to adjust your quantities to your appetite. When I first started, I felt like I was starving, so I felt like I was eating constantly. Now I barely eat. Now I have to keep track of my calories because I got to make sure I'm eating enough not to go into starvation mode. That's crazy. Considering what I was eating before, I just cannot believe how far I've come. If you need to eat and eat and eat, as long as you're eating the foods that are allowed, you can eat till you're full. You can eat till you're satisfied. Actually, that's a new trick I've learned from my friends on YouTube that have had the lap band surgery. You don't eat until you're full. You eat until you're no longer hungry and you stop. And then if in a few minutes you still feel like you want more food, you can go for it, but that gives you a point to stop from. It helps with the portion control. Don't assume that everything's low carb, or because it says it's low carb, that it is low carb. Read the labels. Look for hidden ingredients like breadcrumbs like when you go out for a burger. Nobody thinks about how you make a burger. They just cook the burger and you go, yeah, that's meat, it's protein, great. Well, what do you do if you go to a place that makes burgers with breadcrumbs in them? You can't count the carbs for that. You have no idea how much they put in there. That's why when I go out to a restaurant now, I used to do burgers a lot, but now I just get a piece of grilled chicken. They don't add anything to that. That way you know you're getting all protein and no hidden carbs. You don't get any sauces or gravies or any of that stuff because usually the gravies, the sauces are thickened with flour. There you go, more hidden carbs. Like I said, you can eat at a restaurant as much as you want. You can have steak, you can get low starch veggies, you can do all kinds. You can get grilled chicken, you can do all kinds of things. You just have to be very careful of the sneaky little carbs that they can sneak in there. And be careful, if you're going to get a salad, you think you're doing well, and then you pick a light dressing, you've just canceled out all the benefits of your salad by putting on a sugary light dressing. If you want to choose salad dressing, you pick the high fat ones, the normal salad dressings, the ones that aren't light. Stay away from raspberry vinaigrette and balsamic vinaigrette, regular or light. They're just way too high in sugar, crazy. I know my husband loves balsamic and I love raspberry, so it's really hard to stay away from, but you get used to eating things like ranch and Caesar and Thousand Island. The recommended sweetener for this diet is Splenda. If you're going to put something into your coffee, if you normally drank your coffee with sugar, then you'll want to switch to something else. The recommended sweetener is Splenda. I know a fair number of people that use stevia though. I guess it's any sweetener that works for you, but Dr. Atkins, when he originally wrote the recipe, wanted you to use Splenda. If you can possibly avoid caffeine, they they have a theory that it helps you keep weight on, but I don't know. I only drink one coffee a day, so I guess I'm okay with that, but I know there are other people that love their coffee that can't give it up. So if you If you can avoid caffeine, great. If not, that's fine too. It's not going to make that much of a difference. For water, it's recommended that you have a minimum of 64 ounces of water a day. That works out to 8-ounce glasses, in addition to anything else you're going to drink. So what I try and do is I fill a Gatorade bottle and I drink that. It's got 24 ounces in it. So it doesn't take many of those before I've had my water in me for the day, but I try and drink those before I drink anything else after I've had my coffee in the morning. You want to take a good multivitamin, something that has just about everything in it except iron. I do know why, I just can't think of it at the moment, why you don't want a whole lot of iron. I guess you're getting it from all the meat you're eating. You have to determine whether you're actually hungry or if you're eating because it's a habit. Oh, look, it's 2 o'clock and work is finished. It's time to go and get something to eat. No, not necessarily. If you're not hungry, don't eat. I mean, I know that sounds simple enough, but you get into the habit of, oh, we're going to the movies, so we get a big bag of popcorn. That's actually been a really big change for me. Whenever we go to the movies now, we don't take anything. We don't buy anything. We just go to the movies to see a movie. It takes a long time to break that mindset of, oh, I'm going to the movies, I have to have treats. You can't see a movie without popcorn. Oh, yes, you can. The movie's just as enjoyable. You get over it after a while. You get into the movie. And if you're really desperate, stick some stuff in your bag that is carb friendly. Take some almonds with you. That'll hold you over. You want a minimum of 210 minutes of exercise a week. That works out to 30 minutes a day. And there's no specific exercise. You can do whatever you want. You can go for a walk. You can walk up and down your stairs. You pick what you like. If you're able to go to the gym, great. If you can only get outside and go for a walk, that's okay too. You want to plan ahead. Be prepared for just about any situation. You never know when something might come up and you work through lunch, or you're going to be a little late having dinner, or whatever the situation might be. Someone at work pulls out a birthday cake and you can't have any and you really want something. If you want to keep something in your bag, in your purse, in your desk, that'll give you something hidden that you can have that'll keep you from eating the cake. I always keep going back to almonds, but that's just the first thing I think of because I've got such a huge bag in my cupboard, so I'm constantly eating those. You can buy Atkins bars. You can take beef jerky with you. There's all kinds of different options. You'll end up picking what you like. You choose what you want. The options are completely open on this plan. Just for an example, actually, if you wanted to know what I ate today, for breakfast I had my coffee and a big protein shake with 2 scoops of protein powder, so that got 70 grams of protein into me right then and there. That's basically all the protein I need for the day. But because protein can be unlimited on the Atkins diet, it's a little different than the lap band patients and other weight loss surgery patients. We can kind of have unlimited protein. I would have been at my limit if I'd had a lap band. For my first break at work, I had 2 scrambled eggs and a cup of broccoli. And then at lunch, I made myself a ham sandwich on one of the muffin in a minute I've talked about. I'll have to show it in another video. I don't have one ready for you right now. And then for dinner, I'm having grilled chicken with mayo and more broccoli. And then for dessert, if I decide to have dessert on a day that I think ahead to make it, I can have sugar-free Jell-O or something to that effect. It depends on the day. Some days I have dessert, other days I don't. Whereas in my previous life, before I started eating like this, you'd almost want dessert first. You wouldn't go a day where you had to have dessert every single day. Sometimes I would have dessert in the middle of the afternoon and then turn around and have dessert again after supper. I guess that's part of what got me into the predicament I got into. Anyway, so that's it for now, and I'll talk to you again soon.